Hi, I'm Dave Hallam with HHH Commercial General Builders, and this episode is on how to find a real licensed contractor and why it's so important. Back in '87, in the Whittier earthquake, I had built some walls a few months before it, and their neighbors also wanted me to build a wall, and they took some other prices, and they had asked me to go 20% less because they seen I did a nice wall. And I said, well, that's not something I can do. And I said, is this person you've got a bid against me that is he licensed and insured? And they said, yes, he was. And I said, well, I wish you the best of luck. Not all jobs belong to me. So I moved on, and next thing I knew, when the earthquake happened, they called me and reminded me of who they were and told me their neighbor's fence was standing and theirs was falling apart. I went over. It was real easy to see the problem. They had no steel reinforcement. They had no grout except the grout that held the blocks together. So I let them know this was really super dangerous, and I told them I'm not going to charge you anything, but I want to push these walls over. And so in 5-10 minutes, maybe 15 at the most, I pushed over several hundred feet of wall. So it wasn't dangerous anymore. Then they proceeded to tell me they found out the guy not only didn't have a license, but the person who had the license never heard of him, and the phone number they had was a pager. I've been in business for over 30 years. I could tell you a lot of stories, but I think that, in knowing that people have fires and a bunch of different things like this, is why it's important to find a licensed contractor. And even finding a licensed contractor, there's reasons why you want to make sure you've got a reputable licensed contractors, because there's some things that's happened with licensed contractors, fires and what have you, just like unlicensed. For the majority, it's unlicensed contractors, but a few things do happen with some of these contractors out there that are not reputable, and I'll have another episode on how to find a reputable contractor. And one of the things is always good to call the State Licensed Contracting Board to check these people out, to make sure they're licensed ahead of time. And when they tell you it's my cousins or my uncle, whatever, my relative or friends, that doesn't work. It's totally illegal, and nobody's going to tell them that that's licensed, because they'd lose their license. So you need to make sure it's their name on the pocket license that they should have in their pocket, and that everything checks out with the contracting board. Have a wonderful day. And if I can be of service, feel free to call.